James Weller, Boxing Source here with another video, and this video here is to talk about the back and forth between Deontay Wilder and Dillian Whyte. It seems like Wilder has brought up Dillian Whyte in conversation as Dillian Whyte has been the number one contender for the WBC Heavyweight Championship for almost 3 years. It's been since October of 2017 that Dillian Whyte has been the number one contender for the WBC Championship, but he has not been placed in a mandatory position to fight for the WBC title up until he had the interim championship with his win over Oscar Rivas. But we know about the whole thing with his testing through UCAD and him being removed from that mandatory position and stripped of that interim title, but then the test from UCAD being rescinded and him being cleared and him getting back that WBC interim championship and being the mandatory contender with the stipulation that he would get a shot by 2021, with Tyson Fury taking Dillian Whyte's spot as that mandatory contender for the WBC Heavyweight Championship, and therefore you have Tyson Fury as the mandatory against Deontay Wilder, which that fight is coming up on Saturday night in Las Vegas. But Deontay Wilder had some comments for Dillian Whyte, saying that he had some, oh my goodness, that he had, got with Dillian Whyte's girl years ago at one point. And that had a response from Dillian Whyte, where he said, "Yeah, you got with a girl, but that wasn't my main chick. That was my side chick, and that side chick is your wife, and it's the same chick that was messing with Jarrell Big Baby Miller." Man, like, what in the Jerry Springer is going on here? This whole back and forth with Dillian Whyte and Deontay Wilder should only culminate in a fight between those two guys, and it has to happen soon. If Deontay Wilder does get by Tyson Fury on February 22nd. Now, there is a little stipulation about a rematch clause for this fight happening on Saturday, but I mean, I think that there has to be some type of way for this fight between Deontay Wilder and Dillian Whyte to happen and they just get it over with, because that is one of those, old school rivalries in boxing that, you really don't have that much, at least not other than the thing with Jermell Charlo and Tony Harrison. You don't really see like two guys that really genuinely hate each other and want to get in the ring and beat each other up. And this back and forth that's happened, I mean, you could check out what Wilder said. I think he has it on Instagram or whatever it is, and Dillian Whyte has his response on Instagram too. He has been trolling Deontay Wilder on his Instagram page. So you can catch up with that, but there's gotta be a way for Deontay Wilder and Dillian Whyte to fight each other, and I say that it has to happen this year. Why wait for a whole another 12 more months? I know that Dillian Whyte has been waiting since basically late 2017 to fight Deontay Wilder. So that is something where he wants to have that fight as soon as possible. But remember that this is the same Deontay Wilder that sent a private message to Dillian Whyte on Instagram saying that he didn't have to worry about fighting Dillian Whyte for another 2 years, and that was back in, I think, late 2018. You could go to that DAZN interview for that, with Akim Barak. So I have this thing as being one of those little situations with Deontay Wilder and Dillian Whyte as when the this new school back and forth thing, making all this stuff public. Um, they had the thing with 50 Cent involved in all of this, and it's like basically gossip type of stuff. But on the real, if someone like said something to that level, you gotta handle that joint ASAP. Ain't no way that it should linger. You should handle that ASAP. So if what Dillian Whyte said is basically true, then Deontay Wilder should go ahead and handle that joint ASAP. But right now, Deontay Wilder has to focus on defeating Tyson Fury on Saturday night at the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas. And if he gets through that, then we could see a fight between Deontay Wilder and Dillian Whyte. That's all I got for this particular topic. You could catch the Boxing Source radio show Sundays at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time live on Blog Talk Radio. Catch a podcast on iTunes, Google Podcasts, Spotify, whatever your favorite podcast app is. And be sure to subscribe and like the Boxing Source here on YouTube. On that note, folks, I'm out. Peace.